Hi, welcome to ContentBase. In this video, you will learn how to create a simple form app using ContentBase SDK via CDN and HTML. To get started, log into your ContentBase Alpha account. If you have not had it, request as Alpha tester by visiting contentbase.com. You may also check our project's example by visiting our GitHub. The backend of form application will look like this. You will only need one service and two fields, name and created app. Let's get started. Create a project and I will name it Form HTML. This application will be set as a public type where anyone can access it without the need to be authenticated. Create a new service as public and name the service names. Now, we can customize the fields that will be needed for the form app. Here, we will change the notes field that is a long text type or string to created app. Our service is ready to use. Let's try to get records. The result shows that we do not have any record yet with JSON API response format. The next step is to set up the front end. The first thing to do is to create a client that will interact with content-based backend. Create main.js file and write some code. Next, we need to import content-based API key that will be saved in env.js file. So, create env.js file. Here we will export a variable called content-based API key that will call the content-based app API key. We can get the API key on project settings on the header of content-based workspace. Next, we will set up HTML DOM elements. This app will allow you to add and get records from name service we have created previously. So, we will get a function that will submit the name field from the form to the API that is ContentBase SDK as JavaScript format to create the record. Now, we need to render all names from the API key that is ContentBase SDK to find all records in name service. Let's finish the code. The next step is to create the index.html file for the form interface. We will give the title name content-based example form HTML. And we need to import content-based SDK tool using CDN. We can just copy it from content-based doc. For the form and get name list style, we will just make it simple. To test everything, we will use the live server extension. Click Go Live and we will be directed to the local server. Here, we are able to create a new records and view them. When we turn back to content-based workspace, we see that the name recently added is stored in content-based backend. That's all how to create simple form app using content-based and HTML. Thank you for watching.